What's going on, everybody? Dave here again, JDH Reptiles. We have a clutch update here for you. This is another small clutch. Super cool potential here though, and all these are going to be available. So if anybody's interested, give me a shout. I will give you a good deal on these, and we'll go from there. So this is clutch 25. The pairing on this was an albino het tri-stripe. Just trying to remember which one this was with the female. This was to a double het, right? Yes, sorry. So this is the one that produced our tri-stripe last year. Albino het tri-stripe to a double het albino tri-stripe. So we didn't get any tri-stripes from her this year. Or from this pair, I should say, this year. Man, I've got a lot of glare this morning. Or not glare, but a lot of shadows this morning. I apologize, guys. See if that helps at all. Keep my big hand out of the way. Alright, guys, so what we ended up with, we got 100% het albino, 66% het tri-stripe. One's a male, one's a female. That much I know. These two I got to check real quick. I believe they're both females. This is, that's a female. So this is an albino posset tri-stripe. And what I look for in these possets, I will say the parents, let me check this real quick. Yeah, it's a female too. So the parents look very normal-ish, okay? What I mean by that is they don't have any long dragged out alien heads or anything, but they are 100% hets, because we've proved that by producing hets or visuals with them. But some of these hatchlings, like for this one instance, look at the long striping here on the neck. Get some of the alien heads that drag together. I mean, these ones, when they look like that, I tend to think they're going to prove out. Not that I can guarantee it, but like look at this one again, long neck stripe. And actually this one has a few alien heads that are actually chained together already. This one's got real nice striping going down the sides. So I mean, this one for sure I would say has got to prove out. And then you get to these normals, and you know, it's just tough. You got a couple of these that are a little dragged out. Not as much neck striping, but again, it doesn't really mean anything. I would say you got the option with the striping again here. A lot of alien heads dragged together there. Let's see if this is the male. That's the female. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is, when I see these dragged out alien heads and the dragged out pattern and the striping, I tend to think they're going to prove out. The ones that don't have that, it's a crapshoot. I mean, they're 66% pass het. So let me show you, for instance, I'll show you mom. So here's mom, and you can see she's got little dragged out alien heads there, but she doesn't really have any neck striping or anything. I'm going to zoom out the camera real quick here. So she doesn't have like any neck striping or anything. She's got a couple of these alien heads that are dragged together. But that's really about it. I mean, no real striping otherwise. But she's 100% het. And then there's Dad here. Now he's in shed, so he's really light, but let me see if I can darken up the camera enough to look at some pattern. So Dad looks very typical for an albino, and it doesn't show well on the camera because he's in shed, but he doesn't have any connecting alien heads really. No neck striping per se. Oh, he's got a little neck striping here on the top. First quarter, or not quarter, but first, few inches have a little neck striping. But other than that, looks completely normal. And he obviously is 100% het because he's gotten us two out of two different clutches. We've gotten two tri-stripes. So I guess in the end, guys, what I'm trying to say here is they're 66% pos het. But if you're interested in any of these, I mean, the price is right regardless. I don't price them like super high or anything. But I would tend to say pick the ones that got a little bit of the striping or these alien heads that come together, because I believe those will be your best chance at hitting a tri-stripe. And you know how we've had, many years of getting boned over. I hope to one day never have to sell pos hets again, but I think there's always going to be that ability to have to do it. So I want to see you guys with the best opportunities to win big. So yeah, if you're interested in anything here, please let me know. I'm going to show them to my Patreon first. They'll get the option to buy first. However, I wouldn't offer them to the public anyways until they've had a first meal. So by the time they've eaten anything that's available, if you message me, if you tell me what you're interested in, I can reach out to you at that time before I put them on Morph Market, let you know what the price is going to be, and we can go from there. But this is a fantastic way to, especially when you get like females like this. I know it's a couple years to grow them up, but if you get a couple females, get them in your racks, and then eventually, buy a visual male from me, you can easily prove these out in one season once they're up to size. And if you're lucky and you hit some tri-stripes, man, it's just a killer deal. Because we have a female tri-stripe. Let me grab her real quick here. Alright, so I'll explain the difference here. So this is an albino tri-stripe, and this is what I consider a low expression. So it's got the tri-stripe, the alien heads are striped out, all that's dragged together. This is a tri-stripe, okay? It's just a low expression tri-stripe. Now, this animal here is a female, and it is on our Morph Market page. It's being sold for like $2,400 or $2,500. Okay, so big chunk of change. Granted, it's a visual, but it's not a super high patterned individual. But still, $2,500 to get this one here. And then this is our holdback from this year. Now, as you can see, this is a more high visual tri-stripe. So again, beautiful pattern, looks amazing. It's an albino tri-stripe. If I was selling this animal, I would probably list it on Morph Market between $4,000 and $5,000. So $4,000 and $5,000 here, $2,500 for one that's a visual, just not as strong pattern like this one is. Or you come over here and you spend like $400, $500, and you get an amazing albino. And if it does prove to be tri-stripe, I mean, you hit the odds and save yourself a minimum of like $2,000. So I mean, it's definitely worth it. You know, when we first got into the sunset game, we were buying pos het sunsets for like $1,500, $1,000, and I just can't do that to people. So, you know, $500 right here. These ones probably run you $300, $250. I don't know. They're not going to be expensive, but you know, until we can get genetic testing for tri-stripe, which I don't know if it'll ever be available, only because the market still is so small on tri-stripe. There's so many people that are not working tri-stripes that if you can get into this project and you can start making some really neat stuff, you're going to be like, you know, one of the kings of the market for tri-stripes. And I think it'll help to push the project along a lot more. I think it'll get more people involved once they start seeing the beauty of these things. You know, albino and tri-stripes around, obviously, regular tri-stripes. I see some people work at tri-stripes and they put them with like pattern changing jeans, and it really takes the striping away from it. I honestly think we need to put them into like color changing. So yellow belly, orange dream, man, think of like monarch or ultramel or lavenders, you know, I mean, those kind of things. Cypress would probably look really good, because Cypress does some back striping as it is. Add the tri-stripe on top of it, probably look really, really good. You know, so there's a lot left to do in this project. It is in its infancy. It's been around a long time, but it's in its infancy because not a lot of people work it. And I think a lot of problems is people put all these genes into them, or have, that have ruined, in my opinion, ruined that tri-stripe pattern, that they don't go any further. And I think, like, to me, again, I think of this as like pied. Throw a lot of color into them and try not to worry too much about the pattern, because the pied pattern is going to overpower anyways. In this instance, whatever pattern you put to, like black pastel and stuff like that, it's going to ruin this pattern, you know, the tri-stripe pattern. So I'm going to stop rambling, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We have this group of 4, and then I have, I think, 6 that are currently feeding right now. They are albino or candinos, and then they're posset tri-stripes. Those I haven't listed. I haven't offered anybody, because I want to give them a couple 100 grams to get up to size, get a couple sheds in them, and then we could see whether or not they're albinos or candinos, because the price there obviously will increase, because candino, as far as I know, no one's made a toffee or a candy tri-stripe. So that'll be a nice add to that project as well. So yeah, guys, if you're interested, like I said, let me know. Send me a message. I'll put you on the list. And then from there, once these ones are available, which should be a few weeks, we can put them in your hands. So again, these videos are at least a week or more out. So by the time you're seeing this, they may already be eating. So I would say, if you're seeing any of these videos and there's something you like, message me today. It's never too late. I don't get many messages about people wanting things ahead of time. So, I mean, there may be something you saw in the last video that you're still interested in. Send me something on that too, because we have a lot of animals around still. And if we've got it available and you want it, I'll hook you up. So thanks again, guys. We appreciate your support. Check all the links down below. Make sure to check our Morph Market page. We appreciate you swinging by, showing your support. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, you have a great day, a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on the next video.